Kia ora, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today. Really stoked to be here to talk as part of this regional user conference series on GIS. Before I get started, I'd just like to introduce myself. Ko te mata, te maunga, ko tuki tuki te awa, no te mata a Māori ahau, kei te awa kairangi tuku kāinga, he kai tātari mahi riraunga ahau, kei arahikoi Aotearoa toku mahi, ko Julian toku ingoa. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Yeah, so very warm welcome to you all. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. My name is Julian. I'm a senior GIS analyst at the Walking Access Commission, Arahikoi Aotearoa. And just want to talk to you guys today a bit about what our GIS team has been up to over the past 12 months. With a bit of a theme around our data and making that data more accessible to everyone. So I'll get stuck right in, I think. Just for a little refresher, for those who don't know who we are, Arahikoi Aotearoa is a Crown entity, and our focus is on the people and the land. And it's really about allowing people to have access to those special places, whether they be your favorite beach or lakes, rivers, those scenic walks, beautiful dock conservation lands, and for a variety of different reasons, whether they be rock climbing or bike packing or just walking your dog. It's really, we are committed to improving and maintaining equitable access to the outdoors across Aotearoa. And that's really for everyone. So got a big challenge at our feet, but we're getting stuck right in. It's a job that's really about the people, and we have a great team that basically allow us to do a lot of the work that we do operationally. And as GIS professionals, we support this team. So on the screen here is our regional field advisors. They are our field staff out in different parts of the motu, and they are essentially there on the ground. They are doing a lot of the hard yards, really, and we're just providing maps and information for them when they need. But if you live anywhere and you're working with us, these are the people who you likely come into contact with first. So, we're in the business of making maps and using data. You might be thinking, well, why do we need maps in this situation? And the reality is that anything related to the land, and particularly access, is complicated. It's complicated by environmental factors, conservation. It's complicated massively by different land types, private, public land. And it's also, sometimes made complicated just by pure the weaving of the river, the meandering over the years, things changing. We live in a dynamic landscape. So things that we set in stone many years ago might have changed because the land just continues to evolve. At the end of the day, we are guardians of the land. So we need maps in order to know where we need to be protective of and who the land is being looked after by. We use maps to help us be safe in the outdoors. We use maps to help our staff identify the work that they're doing geographically, either at their desk or when they're out in the field. Ultimately, that top line, it's really just about making public access to the outdoors clearer for everyone. And we think that transparency of that information helps to make access to the outdoors more equitable. Not just that though. I mean, it's actually in our act. We are mandated by our legislation to do GIS, which is pretty cool. So this is a quote from the Walking Access Act. to compile, hold, publish maps. So over the years, we think we've been doing a pretty good job of that with our walking access mapping system. This is a place where you can come and find information about public access to the outdoors. You can find tracks and trails. You can find property information, really anything relating to access in the outdoors that can help you either plan your routes, plan your trips. There's a whole bunch of tools in there and different base maps. And so we feel that this tool really puts the power of GIS in the hands of everyone, and public access is at the center of that. A big part of this ongoing project is our public access areas dataset. This is a dataset that the Commission has essentially derived from the cadastre, from the Land Information New Zealand cadastre. And this contains a whole different bunch of land types that we have identified as being publicly accessible. So that means you can go there. And that is great. That is visible for people, and they can see that, and they can use that as part of their like I say, as part of their planning. But in this example, as you can see, it's not always clear cut. All the color on the map represents public access, and yet with these dock conservation parcels in the Whitianga Harbour, you can see that they're not always connected. So that's a big part of our work, is actually trying to connect up these different pieces of public access, so they're not just access in and of themselves, but actually useful for people when they can spend more time in nature. Another big part of what we do is working with, Te Araroa, New Zealand's most iconic long distance hiking trail. It's a 3,000 kilometer journey of a lifetime, as they say. And we have recently had the honor of taking over the mapping and the geospatial capability of this precious taonga. And we really relish this job, as challenging as it is, of data managing all of this stuff that was previously done by Kim Olivier, an awesome, legendary GIS professional in NZ. So we're feeling very lucky to be working on this project continually and trying to grow and improve that area as well. And that directly, all that data that is used there is also feeding back into our public access mapping system as well. And an example of where we've been able to improve things, is by helping Te Araroa improve their website and feed in some of our technology, some of our work that we've already done with our awesome Find My Adventure Trails database. Managed to feed that into Te Araroa's website and embed it, and make the focus be about Te Araroa, so that people can go there and they can plan their amazing walk of a lifetime using this map interface. So we think that's really cool, and we've had some great feedback on that, but we're always trying to improve it as well. So yeah, the more we head back, the better. Moving on to some of our more recent projects, and I guess coming to the theme of this talk really, is we have recently released an awesome app called Pocket Maps, which allows you to access public access data anywhere offline. And the reason why we did that is because we consistently over the years have been collecting feedback through the mapping system and other places, and we found that it just really, there was a key theme of people were loving the fact that they could see this information on their desktop, and on their laptop at home or whatever, but there was an impracticality with that, because at the end of the day, a lot of this information is showing you where you can access the outdoors and remote places when you're going hunting, or like say, when you're going cycling, or backcountry hiking. So people really wanted this information in their pockets. They wanted some kind of application that they could take with them offline, and they could see our information. So that was about making this data accessible to them where they needed it. And that was really the driving force behind this project, which our team carried out throughout last year and delivered in October. So we were really proud of this, and we've had great feedback on it. We've continued to improve it. It has a range of features, including great base maps, the ability to take that data offline. You can locate yourself, obviously, and it just really is a great tool if you are if you love being in the outdoors and you're wanting to stay safe and you wanting to make sure you're within publicly accessible areas. We really encourage you to check it out. So it's available on iOS and Android. And another great area that we've been working on, again, around the kind of as a response to our feedback from our users of the walking access mapping system. Again, it's just about being able to access that data. We had many people contacting us saying they would love to download it, or they, want to use it in other areas. But unless you're a GIS professional and you can dig deep into the REST services or the APIs, but it's pretty hard for the average person to actually to get that information, and we'd often end up sending them geo databases as an email or shapefiles or KMZs or something. So we really wanted to lift our game in that area, and also adhere to the government's commitment to open data and being very transparent and providing free data to everyone for everything that we hold. And so that's what we set about doing. We set about preparing our data in the right way, standing up this site that could act as an interface for people to download it, which you guys will know is the open data portals by the Esri ArcGIS Hub. So we were really proud to get this platform up and running in October last year as well, and added all of our public access areas data sets that can be either downloaded as shapefiles, geodatabases, or can be used as a GeoService, API, REST endpoint, you name it. We also included Te Aroha in that selection of data as well, and we're really hoping to get some hunting and fishing access points on there soon also. So I won't run through this. If you wanted to check this site out, I encourage you to do it. And if you're interested in using the data, like we know that lots of people are, go for gold. We'd love to hear from you. Moving on now to a sort of a future focus for where our team is heading this year and beyond, is working more with community groups. So this lovely bunch are the Manua Karioi Ecological Restoration Group in Island Bay, Wellington, and they're a lovely, awesome grassroots movement that are doing amazing planting and trail building and maintenance work in their little area, and they've created an amazing space. Our team has walked around there several times, and it's really gorgeous. And we've had a role in the work they're doing, a very small role, by providing grants so that they can pay for some of the work that they're doing. And I guess that goes on to say that the Commission isn't really a stranger to working with community groups. A lot of our RFAs are spending lots of time interfacing with communities, providing advice, providing money for surveying costs, and generally just being a partner. But our team, the GIS team at the Commission, this is a new area for us, and we've had lots of feedback from people saying that consistently when they're working with the land, that they would love to have a better understanding of what tools are available to them for GIS when they're doing their planning, when they're laying out the foundation of their project and they're wanting to have an overview. We all know that feeling of just wanting to get something on a map. And I think no matter if you're a GIS map nerd like ourselves, or if you're just anyone, there's something so special about actually being able to have that bird's eye view of all of the information that you're working on. And now with the technology that's available, there's so much that can go into that. There's so many different data sets and different stakeholders that can be kind of feed into that kind of view. And so that's really an area that we're trying to understand how our team can help these community groups that we already work with. How can we help them learn more about the spatial tools that are out there, maybe provide some of our own, or maybe some capability that they didn't already know existed. So it's an area of exploration. It's an ongoing space for us, but we're really excited to learn more about what people need, and if there's a way that our team can service those needs as well. Bearing in mind that we are a very small team, and so it's about also managing those expectations. So the challenges ahead, we're striving to provide the most comprehensive public access data available, and that's an ongoing challenge, but we're smashing through it. We are improving our existing applications, building our new team. We've had some lineup changes. We're very stoked to have Matt Grose from DOC come on board and be the new GIS team manager. We've got a rebranding exercise. Well, I say exercise. We've got a whole new identity that's coming in the pipeline soon, so that will also be exciting. So lots going on, but we're really enjoying it, and we just want to say thank you very much for tuning in. And if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out to us, and see you again soon. Kia ora.